to Phil Grant, our expert who talks about money matters and who is also the managing partner at boutique accounting firm Nexia ASR. Welcome, Phil.
Hi, Fiona.
What I wanted to talk about today is something that every entrepreneur envisages, and that's the time when they might have too much money. It actually might be a problem for them. The goals have been achieved, they got that exit. And I know that Nexia runs behind the scenes or within what you do, but a family office for such business owners. Maybe you could explain how it works.
Happy to. Family office is an offering that has grown out of the practice over a number of years, and globally in America it's been around for many years. But I suspect a lot of people do it, but they don't actually formally offer it. We offer it as a formal service to clients. But essentially it's to help people, primarily high net worth individuals who have perhaps more complex financial investments and arrangements, to help them manage their money. It's not an advisory function. That's dealt with separately in a different part of our practice, in our financial advisory practice, but it's more to do with managing the administrative sides of an investment portfolio. So we have a dedicated division, dedicated team members who manage all of the investments, make sure that all of the share portfolios are up to date and that all the trades that are going on are being reconciled and managed, who are looking at the cash position of a client and just pointing out to the client that perhaps they need to deal with that in an investment capacity. We don't give advice through that part of the practice, not licensed to do that, but they bring it to the client's attention. And we basically get them organised so they have control over their financial matters. And people who make money generally have made money from doing what they're really good at, and that's in a business context typically. And the investment thing comes later, and they it's generally not familiar ground for them. And certainly the administration is not a bit that they're typically good at, because that's not how they became wealthy. They became wealthy because they're good at what they did and making good decisions. And we take that layer away from them. And it also helps in terms of the compliance side of our practice, in terms of getting information in good order so that we can then manage their tax obligations and have up-to-date information to help actually manage them on a proactive basis rather than on a reactive basis, which is what typically happens. So it's an exciting offering. We've just formally launched it in our practice. And we've got a reasonably tight stable of clients. We're not looking to have a huge stable of clients because it is a very personalised service, and so we're excited about it. There's a whole lot of nice technology that we've introduced into it, where people have access to their financial records online in a very secure environment, so they don't have to worry about having that horrible, ugly filing cabinet at home with all of their records in there and trying to work out where to file things. They don't need to have all of the information that comes in from the various share registries and have to sort out what to do with this and what to do with that. We'll look after it all for them, take away the pain, and we'll meet with them on a regular basis to help to just outline to them what their position is, and hopefully they can maximise the outcomes from that.
I guess, Phil, once an entrepreneur has had a significant exit, really, after all that supreme effort, what they really want to do is just go away to the Caribbean or to the south of France or, somewhere and sip pina coladas and,
and take their advisor with them.
That would be a good idea. You can make money at the same time.
That's right.
Is it possible to do that? Is it possible to have an exit, hit the road and just stay out of the picture for a while?
Oh, look, I think that's achievable. You've got to design it. But in my experience, the entrepreneur who does that is not going to sit still for long anyway. They might want to take a trip and just hang out for a bit, but my experience is they're on to the next thing. So look, I think that's all possible if that's what they want, and that's with the technology today. You can sit in the Caribbean with your notebook and communicate and Skype it and do what you like. I mean, I think all that's possible. You'd have to then consider the tax implications of sitting on the Caribbean. What does that all mean?
When you're taxed.
Might be a really good outcome. Haven't explored that one, but I think it is possible. And there's no doubt, that you can have, the technology around gives you a global reach, and you can do anything. All of our family office is all online. It's all accessible online. So people can just come into our website and it's a secure environment, look at their position, and that's the way we set it up. If they want to look at reporting on an ongoing basis, and we just upload it there and let it sit there, they can have a look at it. They can call us, they can email us, Skype us, whatever they like, to have a conversation around what's going on. No problems, no problems.
When is an entrepreneur ready for a family office? Is it at that moment where they've had that big exit and they're ready to go to the Caribbean? Or is there another time? What sort of milestones do you look at and then say, well, it's time to offer this service to the client?
I don't think when it is they've had their exit. It's really when I think they feel that part of their life is a distraction to the main game, whatever the main game is, running their business or whatever it happens to be. And it can be a real distraction, because typically they're at their place of business, most of the day, maybe 60, 70 hours a week, and then they've got to come home at night and deal with that. Open the envelopes, look at the share registry. I mean, it is even for small investors, it's a burden, and you've got to action things and do things, and often people miss opportunities or don't have a clear picture about where they're at. So I think it's really just when they feel as if this is too much. And arguably, for some people it'll start earlier than later, but there's a cost benefit.
Yep.
The service is a premium service, because there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on there. But some people think no, the long-term benefits far outweigh the cost, and I'll be in control and I know where I'm at. But a lot of people are happy. They enjoy that touching and feeling and doing the bits and pieces. It really all depends on the individual, but it's certainly well before they've achieved an exit strategy for their business.
Okay. We know that a lot of the wealthy Melbourne families have run family offices for some time. Do they do exactly what you described earlier?
Pretty much.
Nexia? Is that how they've built the family wealth?
Pretty much. A lot of the ones have developed out of high net worth families who had to have their wealth managed, and they've just offered that on a larger scale. But it makes a lot of sense, for the older generation too. I've got a number of clients who have built up wealth, who they're retired and that's what they do. They want to manage their investments, but it's a succession plan for them also, because if something happens, let's say mum looks after it all, I won't be sexist, mum looks after it all, and something happens to mum and dad really doesn't understand how it all works, we've set up this family office and then extended it out to the financial services part of the business whilst they're still alive. So if something does happen to one of them, it's a seamless transition. And I think that's sort of where a lot of these family office models may have come from, where really they were concerned that, well, how is this wealth going to get managed generationally? So it becomes a generational thing. So to me, it is part of the succession issue that we're currently faced with, in terms of transferring the wealth and knowledge generationally down the line. So the next generation doesn't undo all the good work that the first generation did.
Phil, you're just about to make the family office offering a lot more widely known. What are you doing to get this? Now you've refined the product. You want people to know a bit more about it. Well,
what we've done is we've documented exactly what we do very clearly, so people can see it. It's easy to access on our website. So we've really just documented it. We've got good systems in place which allow us to efficiently manage a larger group of clients in a more personalised manner. So we've really just cleaned up the back end with a bit of technology and a bit of just smart systemising, and we've been able to offer people, a clearly articulated service. So if anybody's interested, they can just go to the website and see exactly what we've got. An online brochure now, which we've just launched, and we've got a dedicated partner who looks after that part of the business, together with a senior manager who manages the day-to-day ongoings and relationship issues with clients. And we're open, ready to talk to anybody about how they want to manage their or administer their wealth requirements.
Thank you for your time today, Phil.
Thanks, Fiona.
I've been speaking to Phil Grant, Managing Partner at Nexia ASR, and we've been talking about their new offering, or recent offering, of the Family Office.